Hey, what's going on, Card Pack? Today we are going to look at the top 10 most selling basketball cards over the last week. So what I mean by that, the literal individual basketball cards that had the most sales over the last week. So that's really important to know. It's something I constantly monitor and constantly look at because that tells you what is most in demand down to the micro, like which actual card or cards are in the most demand. And when you see multiples, a repeating of and then it also shows you which players are the most in demand, because you can think one thing, but the data and the research show you the truth, okay? We're going to dive into that in a second. I want to remind you of a few things. The audio from this YouTube video here will be on the podcast. The audios from all the podcasts, from all the YouTube videos are on the podcast. I'm trying to get my mind right now. Also, join the Card Pack newsletter. It's free. Any card that I think is worth taking a look at from these videos, I send them out to the Card Pack newsletter a little before I actually publish the video. And of course, the Sports Card Society, where almost every day, I send out my sports card pick of the day. I send it out in a video format. It's usually about 5 minutes long. I explain why it's my pick of the day, and I show all the data and research as to why, and I also show what I'm going to do with it. Do I plan on flipping this thing in a month? Do I plan on holding it long term? What do I plan on doing with it and why? Some previous sports card pick of the days, Sports Card Society pick of the days was right here. We got this Kyler Murray. We were getting it for just a little over $200 in February. Here it is going for upwards of $400 in March. Chipper Jones going for $70 in January. Here he is going for, my computer's going kind of slow. Well, he's going for over $200. We'll see if this thing, $225. And then here's this LeBron here. We're getting it for around $175 in January. Here it is in February going for $645. It's actually gone up more since then. But that's basically what it is. Also, the Sports Card Society, it's only $12.99 a month, like 40 cents a day, or $129 a year. And you also get access to the private Discord group, which I think is one of the best Discord groups in all of sports card investing because the people in it are smart and helpful and experienced. It's fantastic. And by the way, $12.99 a month. Are you kidding me? Like, if all you do all year long is just take my advice on this one card, this LeBron, get it for $175, and now it's at $645, that way more than pays for your entire membership. All right, that's my plug on that. But really, I run that thing. It's an excellent group. All right, let's dive in. So we're in the Market Movers tool. I went to sales volume by card. I went to basketball. Didn't pull up any grades on this one. I just wanted to see what's selling the most, okay? Because I had a sneaking suspicion that Raws may be a lot more relevant now in terms of flipping than they have been in a long time. I'll get into that in a second. I have a goal of hitting 3,000 subscribers, by the way, so please hit that subscribe button, and please give this video a like. I really appreciate that. So you can see number 1 and 2 on the list. We can see number 1 because I'm kind of sort of blocking number 2, but you see number 1 on the list is Lamelo Ball, his 2020 Donruss base raw. 434 sales on the week, down about 20% on the week. Right, Lamelo's hurt and stuff. We don't know if he's going to get to play again at all this year. I'm leaning towards not, but that's not the point right now. What I want to point out is that the reason, because, if you've been watching my videos for any amount of time, you know that I'm always looking at the PSA 10. And of course, you look at the PSA 10, that's where the whole market starts. But it doesn't necessarily always mean buying the PSA 10 is where the most money is to be made. I've been taking a closer look at raw cards because their PSA is going to finally get its wish. It is going to have a dramatic lower number of cards coming in on a daily basis. And so all of us people in the market are wondering, what the hell should we do? Obviously, I'm still buying graded cards, but now I'm looking a lot more at raw cards because there's a lot of these raw cards that are just not going to get sent in. And they're actually going to be used more so, bought and sold more so than they probably ever have been for the actual purposes of actual buying and selling and flipping, not buying it to get it graded. You know what I mean? Like the buying a raw to get it graded on the large majority of cards is basically at pause right now. So I think the raw cards, in terms of buying them and holding them, I think their appreciation can go up more than it ever has. how do I say it? I just really think that. I don't know if you get what I'm throwing down there, but since these cards, all these raw cards can't be going in to get graded, they're going to be out there and people are going to be in more demand for them because, like, look at Lamelo Ball. There aren't shit for graded cards of him. And you know what? There aren't going to be that many more coming out because PSA has basically paused its services. So we are forced to deal in the raw card more so than usual because people aren't taking the raw cards, send them into PSA for the large majority of cards because you're not going to pay $300 to get a card graded unless a PSA 10 probably goes for at least $2-3 grand. And LaMelo does not do that. Not on his base stuff, that's for sure. So let's take a closer look at this. Of course, as you'll see, we'll get into that in a second. We'll pull this up on a chart. Let's take a look at it. It's down 20% on the week. But number one seller on the week sold how many? 434. Card started the week at 33. Now it's down to 26. Let's pull it back 60 days, which it hasn't even been in existence 60 days because Donruss came out in February. So that we pretty much can't count this because this is like, wait, that's not 60. Oh, yeah. See, I pulled it back 60 days, but the first day it was on the chart was in mid-March. Here it is at $88, $90, and it went down. It's just been kind of slowly going down. To me, it doesn't have much more to go down. If you wanted to buy a LaMelo, this might be the time to do it. Would I buy this right now? I don't know if he's going to come back. If I felt stronger that if you feel that he's going to come back, this is probably a good buy. Right? Let's see where the Hornets are in the playoff standings. Let's refresh this quick. Let's take a look. Yeah, Hornets doing pretty good without LaMelo. So let's check the Lamelo Ball injury real quick. Isn't that funny? The top thing on here, people ask, does Lamelo Ball have a GF, a girlfriend? Let's see. Let's type in injury then. Okay. Adult film star. He's hanging out with adult porn stars. Expected to miss. So, yeah, we're still in limbo. We don't know what's going on with him. That's funny. Hanging out with porn stars. Goodness, LaMelo. All right. I can't see it going down much more. So if you wanted to buy it, I'd probably buy it to hold it. So I'll put a link for that in the description. Let me pull it up real quick on eBay. Let's actually see what they're listed for. Go into eBay. All right, let's look. Whew. There are a lot of them. Yeah, here we go. $25 or best offer, $29 or best offer. That's pretty good right there. Yeah, I'll put a link in the description for that just in case you want to buy it. I couldn't hate on you for buying it. I don't see it getting mumuch lower. I don't necessarily think it's going to go up because I don't think he's going to come back. But maybe you want to get it. So I guess, I look at it, I'm like, $25. I'm like, yeah, man, I think I'll probably buy a LaMelo and just kind of leave it sitting around until I feel like I can reasonably get it graded at a price that makes sense. Anyways, or maybe I'll send it into StarStock, something like that. Number 2 on the list, Lamelo Ball, 2020 Hoops base raw. So LaMelo's been out for well over a week, 2+ weeks, and he's got the top 2 selling cards in all of basketball. His Hoops is going for, it had 289 sales on the week, down just a teensy bit, down 2%. So that's interesting. So that kind of gets to my thesis here where I'm thinking, I think raw cards are going to be bought and sold more so than usual because they have nowhere else to go but into other people's hands. They can't go out to get graded. It just doesn't make any sense. So this card started the week at 22.5, ended the week at about 22. Let's pull it back, 60 days, although it has not been around for 60 days. I guess roughly. It came out this was the first thing that came out actually in early February. So this one will probably go back a little further than the Donruss did. Yeah, sky high, $75 when it comes out. And then it's down here. It just stays kind of flat around like $25, $25. So same thing here. Like, I feel like if you want LaMelo, go buy it. I'll put a link in the description for that one. Because, like, he's obviously the highest in-demand player in all of basketball. That's what this shows us, even though he's not playing. But don't doubt people that aren't playing. Like, when players don't play, often their cards will go up. It's crazy. Next on the list, Anthony Edwards, 2020 Donruss. 240 sales on the week, down 14.3%. It's hard for me to I'll chart it. It's hard for me to want to buy this one because the Timberwolves, that's my team. They're terrible. They're consistently so bad. What are they, the worst team in basketball again this year? I think so. I don't really pay much attention because they're god-awful. I'm thankful for Anthony Edwards. Like, he's at least something interesting to pay attention to once in a while. But I'm not buying this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm holding this. I'm not buying Anthony Edwards because Timberwolves aren't going anywhere. Lamelo Ball, number 4 on the list. His 2020 Prism. That just came out. 169 sales on the week. I'm definitely not buying this one because it literally just came out. So when cards come out, when they come out, like Prism comes out, it goes for an obscene amount higher than it should. So it just has a long ways down to go. It still has a ways down to go. I'm interested in this card, but not at this price. I think it's going to go down a hell of a lot more. So, yeah, that's what I got. But you're seeing 3 of the top 4 are Lamelo Ball. And then, of course, the other main rookie is Anthony Edwards. And taking to number 2. Who do you think number 5 is going to be? Anthony Edwards. 2020 Hoops. 162 sales on the week. I'm not even going to pull up the chart because I'm not going to buy Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves are terrible. I don't see any reason why his cards are going to go up anytime soon. But I'll probably buy his cards in the offseason. Next, Kobe Bryant. 2020 Hoops. Slam Raw. 127 sales on the week. Up about 8%. Let's pull up the chart. This one's more interesting to me. Oh, that's kind of a cool card. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I haven't seen that before. Started the week at $38, ended the week at $40. Let's pull this one back 60 days and see what we find. Okay. Yeah. $50, shot up like crazy because it was new and people must have really liked it. $216, and it's been floating down around here around $35-40. I don't see why it goes anywhere anytime soon, but people really like it. I mean, overall, it's like if I look at the chart, it's kind of sort of going up. By the way, if you don't have this Market Movers tool, I'll put a link for it in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. This is by far the most important thing I use in sports card investing. This thing makes me a lot of money. So go check it out. Yeah, I don't think I'm buying this. I might buy it because I like the look of it, but as an investment, I'm not buying it. Probably just holding it if I have it. I know he's got his ceremony coming up. It's in May now, the Hall of Fame ceremony. I don't think like a lot of people are waiting for the Hall of Fame ceremony. I think his cards will hit a high a little before the ceremony as opposed to actually during the ceremony or after. Just something to consider. LeBron James 2020 Prism. Ooh, brand new. 126 sales on the week, down a total of about 5%. Same logic here. Not that it's a rookie, so it's not insane, but like, why would LeBron James's 2020 Prism? Oh, that's right. This is him doing the, turn your head, cock your head sideways there to the left. This is him doing, this would have been on February 6th. No. Yeah, I think it's February 6th, 2020. I think it's the actual date of this play. This is him doing a tribute dunk to Kobe. He's doing the Kobe dunk is what it is. Because Kobe's got this famous image of him doing this dunk. And so LeBron did it as a tribute. It was, I don't know, maybe about 3 weeks after Kobe passed away. So this one's pretty cool. This could be kind of an iconic card. Could be. But listen, I think it comes down a lot. I don't think this is the best time to buy. I could see that. I don't know. Like every part of this wants me to like break my rules here. Does it go back any days further than that? No. I might give him a few extra days. Oh man. Like it's so tempting because like I can see how this card could go up quite a bit during the season here, especially with Kobe's thing going on in next month in May. And it's LeBron, and plus it's when the playoffs go. Like I can see that storm converging and making this card go boom. Because people aren't going to send it in to get it graded, right? No one's paying $300 to get this graded for the chance to get a 10. It's just very few people are going to do that. So the raw is where the game is at on this one. No doubt about it. This is a raw, and that probably helps it keep its value up. So, good God, why am I doing this? I feel like this is such an exception, though. This is such an exception to my rule. Well, not my rule, the rule. It's really the rule. Do not buy freaking cards from a set when the set is super brand new. Buy it now. We know it's going to be going for at least a Hondo. Let's see, what's the lowest? $130 is the lowest we see. $139, $140 your best offer. Cool card. I'm going to put a link in the description for it. I mean, listen, I don't know. This one's just maybe such an outlier that, again, the Kobe tribute dunk. Because Kobe's Hall of Fame induction comes in May. The playoffs start in May. LeBron's going to be back. I could see the storm converging to make the demand for this card go well above where it is right now, even though the card's only like a week old. So I'll put a link in the description for it. I don't know if I'm a buy on that, but I'm not a sell. I mean, I'm a hold or a buy. But I don't know. James Wiseman, 2020 Donruss, of course, the third rookie. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Halliburton on here. 118 sales of this card on the week, up a total about 18%. And you notice, I didn't up here in Market Movers, I didn't select a grade. So PSA 10s through SGC 9s through Raws could all come up. And what do we got? We got all raw cards. 2020 Donruss. Okay, let's go look at his chart. Let's pull it back 60, 90 days, though, just to make sure we cover every single possible day. So the first day of this one came out $30 on the 3rd of March, and that's just been going down ever since. It's pretty flat, though. And now it's at like $5. I mean, it's kind of hard to turn that down, right? You're like, $5? What I would do, though, with this one, since it's so low priced, I would go to StarStock. I'll put a link for StarStock in the description. StarStock only does rookie cards, and it's really, if you're not familiar with StarStock, if you're not familiar with StarStock, like they house all these cards. Like you own the cards, but they keep them in their vaults. Now you can have them send you the cards if you ever want them to, but that's not the point of this marketplace. The point is to just buy these cards. Oh, you telling me his Donruss is not in here? Interesting. So that card's not in here, but it probably will be soon. Maybe you can buy it and send it in. That's up to you. But StarStock is a good place to look for rookie cards because you can just buy and flip them here. If I were to buy this, I'd pay $1. Like that's what I'd actually pay. No sales tax, no shipping. And of course, the StarStock A is an actual grade. You know what I mean? It's not in a plastic slab or anything, but it is a grade. It's been looked over by a neutral third party, which is StarStock, which this grade, the StarStock A, that is their company. So the StarStock A isn't something they just throw out there because they don't really benefit from that. They don't care if your card's an A or B or C. They just care they want them to get them cards, and they want their marketplace to have the market to have confidence in their marketplace. So the StarStock A is basically StarStock saying, we looked over this card. We believe if you sent it into PSA, it would come back a PSA 9 or 10. And the latest batch they did that came back, there's like 1,100 some cards that came back, 92% of them were PSA 9s or 10s. So this is a grade in the market. Okay, so you're going to pay more for a StarStock A than you are a regular raw card. And that makes sense because if I go to eBay to buy this from some random seller, I have to just go off the images they gave me. I can't go off any kind of other intel. StarStock says, hey, we don't care what the card looks like. We just want to have accurate descriptions. We looked at the card and we deem it a StarStock A or a B or a C. But this one, apparently it's not on StarStock. So if you wanted to buy this, go ahead. But I'm not buying that one. Next. Kobe Bryant again, 1996 Topps. Base raw. Okay. 117 sales on the week, down 15%. So people are buying Kobe. People are buying Lamelo. People are buying Anthony Edwards. Apparently James Wiseman is on the list too. So it's the top rookies and Kobe so far. And we're almost done with this top 10 list. My oh my. Started the week at 347, had a high sale of 430, latest sale of 346. Let's pull this one back 60 days and see what it's done. Now, the thing about raw sales, especially one with this many in it, it can be all over the place, the prices we see, because if you see a card for sale on eBay, a raw, like the condition matters so much. If you see one where this border is a lot wider than this one, you're just, if you buy it, you're not going to pay the highest price for a raw card. But if you see this perfect centering, these nice looking corners, everything looks good, you're willing to pay more money for it, and that's what happens. So this card looks like it hit a high of damn near $700 raw in the last 60 days, and now it's floating down here around 350. This isn't one I would probably buy raw, me personally, because it's a 25-year-old card. I have a hard time buying a 25-year-old card thinking that it's going to be in any kind of reasonable condition. It's way harder. I'm going to spend $300 some bucks. Man, I'd probably rather go, I don't know, man. I'd probably rather go buy something else. That said, it is effing Kobe. Here I am trying to break my rules again. That's really what it's about. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I'm against buying the raws of a 25-year-old card. You have to be really careful. You have to be really careful. Let's get up there. 275. Huh. Interesting. So you just got to be careful. I'm going to put a link in the description to this because all of a sudden I'm seeing a bunch selling for less than I thought they would. But be careful if you buy some of these. I'll put a link in the description for it, but be careful. I would. If the pictures looked really good, I could see myself buying it. Because again, I think this particular card, there's so many PSA 10s. Although this is certainly a card people would spend $300 to get graded. Huh. Which might be why there's so many damn sales of it. All right, I'm going to go on to the next one. I'd probably be a hold or a buy on that card. Next on the list, Luka 2018 Prism Base PSA 10, the first non-raw card on the list. 116 sales on the week. A pop count of 16,303. Let's pull up the chart, baby. I just got done watching that first Lord of the Rings movie, the Fellowship of the Ring. Right? And like I haven't seen it in a long time. And I watched it maybe because I watched the extended version, but like I really picked up on a lot of things I didn't remember. And now I'm like really interested. Now I want to watch the next two. What is it? Two Towers and Return of the King. Now I really want to watch those, and I probably will. Just a random side note. I don't know why I thought of that. So this card started the week at $12.27, had a high sale of $13.33, latest sale of $11.83. What's this Is that tattoo? I didn't really see a tattoo over here. I can't. Well, shit. I was going to say I would have to be a hold on this. But then again, the playoffs are coming up. And where are they sitting in the playoff run? Let's go over here. Sitting at number 7. So they look pretty solid to be a plan. I would bet they end up being a playoff team. And that just is going to help his cards. I don't see them going much lower than this. Period. Straight up. End of sentence. Even in the off season, I don't know if they go much lower than this. So I'm actually a buy on this. As much as I kind of avoid high pop count Prism, in the short term, I think I could be a buy on this. I think I am a buy on this. Let's go to the price here. Let's see what we find. 1,200. No, come on. 1,250. Okay. So I'll put a link in the description to this. I mean, because as we get closer to the playoffs, I just see this going up to above 1,500. And that's why I'm like, that seems like a decent buy to me. I could see it getting to 16. I could see it getting up here. I could see it getting to 1,600. But I'd be looking to sell it around the beginning of the playoffs. So I'll put a link in the description to that one. And that rounds out the list. So, we had 3 Lamelo Balls, 2 Anthony Edwards, and that made up the top 5. Then 2 Kobe's, a James Wiseman, a Luka, and a LeBron, that new 2020 Prism LeBron where he's doing the Kobe dunk. So kind of, sort of, technically there's 3 Kobe's on here. That is why I look at this. This is just one of the many tools within the Market Mover tool to utilize to figure out what's going on and how to find undervalued sports cards and make money in the market, really. It's just, this tells me the market wants, whoa, buddy, wants LaMelo Ball. They want Anthony Edwards. They want Kobe Bryant. I mean, even this LeBron, again, he's doing the Kobe dunk. And it's the new, if it were just a regular LeBron new Prism, this wouldn't be on here. But since he's doing that Kobe dunk, that really is getting people excited. I mean, it gets me excited. Those are the kinds of things to just look for when you're like thinking about like long term, if you're holding anything long term, to think about, does this have staying power? And this LeBron James 2020 Prism, like, I can very much see it having staying power over the years because of the emotional meaning of it. That's cool. He's doing the Kobe dunk, But anyways, yeah, check out this Market Movers tool. Links in the description. Use code SOCIETY for 20% off your first month of your first year. I'll put a link in the description to the cards I thought were worth buying or taking a look at. Check out the podcast, the card pack newsletter. Of course, join the society. It's only like $12.99 a month. Like, that's like 40 cents a day. And you get my top sports card pick of the day in a video. It's just great. Plus, you get access to the Discord, which I really think is one of the best Discords in all sports card investing. But that's it, man. So that tells you what the market's doing here with basketball. I would say watch out for people that are going to make the playoffs. Teams that are going to make the playoffs or have a high likelihood, those are the ones to be buying. Teams that aren't, like Anthony Edwards on the Timberwolves, don't buy them. That, in my opinion, don't buy them. Because there's just no hype. There's nothing that can really drive excitement up about them. Not to a meaningful amount. No way. And if you plan on holding it long term, you might as well just wait till the offseason if you're going to buy Anthony Edwards. By the way, help me get to my goal of 3,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button. And just because you are a nice person, hit that like button and you appreciated the content. I appreciate you. That should do it for today. Stay classy, Card Pack. You are awesome. I will see you tomorrow.